That is called Ananda. Ananda means joy, the bliss, the ecstasy. That is important. That is important in life. So this is created, this distractions, all the time distractions. When you are very happy, somebody spoke high of you, and you are very happy, and all night long you cannot sleep. And when somebody speaks ill of you, maybe for no reason, then you cannot sleep all night long. Oh, that fellow says that. One lady, she lived here for somehow 15 days from Germany, and very healthy, good-looking woman, very good, middle-aged woman, maybe around 40, around 40. So I had some talk with her. So one day she was talking that when she was going by bus in Germany, a lady near her next seat, a lady seated, she suddenly asked, "This bangle you got in Tibet?" Then she answered, "Yes, I have got it. I have one like that. I had been also to Tibet." That much is said. She says that I could not sleep all night long, because somebody has taught me. Nobody talks there, and somebody has taught me. So I was so happy. You understand? So this is life. Constantly we pass our days, sometimes happy, sometimes misery, sometimes worry, sometimes joy, exaltation. But yoga teaches you that be equal in both the situations. If it is happiness, don't give away. If you're misery, don't shrink. And don't take it as misery. Take it as a blessing of God. Take it as a training of God, It's a part of your austerity, So that way, keep yourself tranquil and focus your mind on the eternity. So if you go on focusing your mind on the eternity is free from all this vacillation. Happiness, misery, this, that, sickness, old age, death, and all sorts of conflicts that go on in human mind. He is free from that. Eternity is free from that. He is a pure consciousness. And individual consciousness is mixed up. Individual consciousness get mixed up, like the water. If you put a little red color, it is red. Or the screen of the window, the glass is red, the light is red. Blue, it is blue. But consciousness is free from color, free from miseries. He is all joy. He is Sat Chit Ananda. Sat means eternity, never destroyed, never changes. And Chit means wisdom, full of wisdom. He has a full of wisdom, knowledge. The source, infinite source of knowledge. And Anandam. Anandam is something different than happiness and misery. Anandam. Nanda means joy, bliss, ecstasy. Means complete. Is the complete ecstasy, complete happiness. And unless and until a person becomes aware of that, he may have a lot of money, he may have a big position, he may have a lot of friends, a lot of admirers, but his heart is not fully happy. His heart is not fully happy. Full happiness is there. That is yoga. That is science of yoga. First, you need to sit upright and make your mind empty, free, and focus your mind on the eternity. And chanting mantra. A mantra means sound. Sound has a very big role in our life. Sound has the tremendous role in our life. More than the sight sometimes. Because sight is before, but a sound can come from anywhere. Sound distracts, and the mind all the time creates sound. If you are alone, seated, no friend is there, you are not talking, but the mind is creating words constantly. Words and meaning, word and meaning. So, sound. So, sound creates bondage of mind, and it distracts the mind and creates bondage. Like, somebody talks of very sweet fruit, and you get tempted. Somebody talks of a nice house, you get tempted. Somebody talks of a beautiful car, and you get tempted. So and so forth. Somebody talks of a beautiful place, you are eager to go there. How many places you can go in the world? The world is so vast. So sound has tremendous effect on human mind, and it constantly binds the mind, creates propensities, what else, one sound creates propensity, and you go on thinking on that, So if you have a thorn gone into flesh, you need another thorn to take it out. A needle or a compass, whatever it may be, but it's a thorn, a pointed element to take it out. If you have to cross the stairs, you have to take help of the stairs. You cannot go beyond the stairs without taking help of the stairs. If somebody has taken poison, the doctor does not give him hamburger or cake, he gives another poison in order to make him vomit. So poison counteracts poison. Iron cuts iron. Exactly the same way. It is only sound which can destroy the bondage of sound, the negative effect of the sound on mind. It's only a positive kind of sound that can destroy the negative effect. Understand what I mean? Now, what we are speaking now, at this moment, it is also a sound, and it is making your mind tranquil. Your mind is not restless now, and you are listening. So this is sound. So a kind of sound, this world is a mess of sound, and everything has sound, because from the sound this universe is created. Everything has sound. There cannot be anything existing without sound. So in this mess of sound, a kind of sound that distracts you, that binds you, that makes you miserable, worried, and so on and so forth. And the other kind of sound can make you stimulated, energized, happy, removing the darkness, removing the dark effect, negative effect of the sound. And among this sound, which is positive by nature, when they are filtered, this sound, when they are filtered, and then comes essence. It's like milk, churned, and finally it has become butter. It becomes butter. So essence. So essence of the sound is called mantra. Mantra. Man means mind. Tra means liberation, freedom. So this sound gives you freedom from the wrong effect and the bondage and the uneasiness that's going on in your mind. So if you go on chanting this mantra, possibly with the meaning, focusing the meaning, not just chanting but focusing the meaning, very quickly you will find the reaction that your mind becomes tranquil, elevated, and moving towards the cosmic consciousness. So as you have come from Switzerland to this Nepal, you have not flown like a bird. You had to pass through certain paraphernalia. Exactly the same way. You need consciousness. To get this unit consciousness united with the divine consciousness, the cosmic consciousness, you need to pass through certain paraphernalia, certain disciplines, mental, physical, conduct, good conduct, and so many other things, even food. Food is a very important thing. Food is a very important thing. If food would not have effect on the mind, somebody takes a glass of drink and then he starts staggering. Mind. So if that concentrated drink can make the mind restless, any food works upon the mind. So you must have to be very careful about food, and then what you are talking, what you are seeing, what you are hearing, and how you behave, controlling anger and controlling avaricious attitude, all sorts of things that distracts the mind. And then slowly your consciousness will be pure and it will go back to its origin. Automatically it will go back to its origin. So this is yoga. Not just sitting upright, but having a truthful way of life. A truthful way of life. If you are honest, truthful, and disciplined, and selfless. The biggest thing is selflessness. Because self is a created thing in the mind. Self is a created thing in the mind. And it is illusion. we say we, mind, and everything is mine, I, mine. So this binds your mind. But if you say everything is yours, everything is divine, everything is really divine, because everything is from the divine nature. Everything is nature. I am a part of the nature. I am a part of the divine. Then your selfishness goes away. So this kind of inner cultivation has to be developed by concentration. If you concentrate every day, practice, mind goes there, again concentrate. The more you will be able to concentrate spiritually, some people may be concentrated on money or other things. That concentration will not. Some people will be counting money so concentrated that he doesn't know even a procession going by. He doesn't know a procession going by. He's counting money. But that is not going to deliver him. Or somebody peering through microscope and so much concentrated on the bacteria. Will not. But this concentration is spiritual concentration. Concentration on the eternity. Concentration on the divine faculty. Concentration on a divine personality like Buddha or Christ or Krishna or Rama. A divine personality, if you concentrate on, you will have the effect. Or eternity, like the space. Or your chakras, So these are discovered long ago by the great seers who worked on this science for years and years and for aeons, for millennia, and come to conclusion that the best subject in the world is spiritual subject. Because that delivers person from misery, that delivers person from ailments, that delivers person from worry, and no other science can do that. No other science can do that. And unless and until a person knows himself or herself and becomes aware of the presence of the divine consciousness, his suffering, his uneasiness, physical, mental uneasiness is not removed. He's not guided. He's not guided. He doesn't accept the guidance. Problem is there. His mind is restless. And a person holding a needle and he has some, say, Parkinson. How can you thread it? You cannot thread a needle. Can you? You cannot thread a needle because it's Parkinson. So the God, the Supreme, is trying to guide you. He's trying to pour in His wisdom in you, His knowledge in you, the right way of life. But your mind is so restless and your ego is so strong that it doesn't get a scope here. Because human heart is the throne of God, throne of the divine. He comes every day to your door and wants to sit on his throne, but he finds that his throne is covered with all things like money and things and materials and relations and all sorts of things have covered the throne, so he cannot sit there. If a flute, a bamboo flute, is stuffed with gold and stuffed with diamonds, it cannot be played. It has to be emptied. So you have to every day empty your heart so that the God comes and sits there and makes you joyous. That is yoga. Everyday practice. It is everyday practice. And as you attach importance to many things in your life and get the feedback out of it, out of them.
Gurudev, as we are talking about mind, can you tell something about the different state of mind like Bhuvashva and
5 stages of mind? They say this mind has 5 stages. One is called Chipta. Chipta means very restless. 1 minute here, another minute. Not even 1 minute, it's a second. Every second, every 2 seconds, 3 seconds changes the object. So it's called Chipta, the state of mind. It is a state of mind. Chipta, very, very restless mind. And the Mudha, the second state. The second state is dull type, stupor, doesn't understand, even cannot think very well, it's like locked. It's locked, mind is locked. So these 2 are bad state, not very good. Third one is called Vikshipta. Vikshipta is you concentrate on something for some time and then get tired and shift it. You concentrate for some time and then shift it. For some time you can think on things and do work or anything and then shift it. This is called Vikshipta. And then Ekagra means full concentration. as long as you want. Full concentration. And the final one is called Nirodha. Nirodha is complete control of the mind. If you say, mind stay here, it will stay, it doesn't move. The mind, now come on, with me, it will come on. So you have a complete control on your mind. This is a state of mind. So as you proceed towards the divine through your meditation, what will happen? There is a superconscious power in you. Everybody has the superconscious power. This is called Kundalini. They call it Kundalini. In Tantric language, they call it Kundalini. It has many terms. It has many terms. Like Tantric people call it Kundalini. Kundalini means it is coiled. It is coiled at the bottom of the spinal column, and the reactions in meditation, the reaction can be felt. And some people in Christian world is called Holy Ghost. I know it takes you like in thrilling, and in Vaishnava religion it's called Ladini or Radha Shakti. Krishna and Radha, you must have heard the name Radha, is Parama, the Radha Shakti. And in Vedanta, in the Vedas, it's called Rasha. Rasha means the real joy, real happiness. So this energy is there in every individual, and this energy needs some effort. You need some effort to rouse it, to kindle it up, to arouse it. So if you go on meditating and try to concentrate your mind spiritually, chanting mantra and concentration, and doing some kriya like pranayama and other things, then you will find that someday this Kundalini starts working. When this Kundalini starts working, you will feel a kind of electric energy in your body, a thrilling, and the tears come down, and you are lost, and you are like transported to the eternal space automatically. So this state has to attain. Then Nirodha comes. Then when you have started realizing this, then mind automatically is controlled. You don't have to wrangle with the mind.
We're in the Swami state, something like that.
You don't have to wrangle with the mind. Like a big man, like king, comes out in the street, automatically the traffics make way. Automatically. And without that, it's very hard to control the mind. Unless you have this devotion, pure devotion to God, pure love and faith and divinity and broadness of mind. The mind is not controlled. It's the most difficult thing in the world to control mind. Most difficult thing. The most. You can be a big scientist. You can discover a machine or discover a killing machine or anything. But your mind is not controlled. So you don't know. You are ignorant yet. So it's the most difficult thing in the world to control mind, and the easiest thing in the world. How? When you have devotion, when you have love, when you have developed maybe by your past karma or whatever, or even your effort, when you have developed this divine consciousness, it becomes easy. Very easy. Automatically mind will say, sir, I am tired of you, you are okay, you are fine, go ahead. So this is yoga, everyday practice to be needed. As I said that people for their degree or for their money, they work hard all day and night. But yoga also demands a lot of time. It says that, oh, I will give you the highest thing in the world. Common people don't have it. It's a very precious thing. It's a transcendental thing. It will transcend you from suffering, transcend your conflicts of life. So you need to serve me. You need to serve me. So you have to serve it. And if you have some trouble in the process, you should be happy and say that, well, I'm blessed. This trouble, it will all go. I don't mind it. I'm prepared to take any trouble. I'm prepared to undertake any sort of difficulties for this goal. And when mentally prepared, and then God blesses you. That's called kripa. In Sanskrit called kripa. Kri means to do, and pa means to get. Nothing you get without doing. Whatever you now is all because of your past action. And nothing you get without doing. So to have this, you need to work. I thought that you are in a hurry or what? I don't know. Well, if you are in a hurry, I can brief my talk. I don't know how you are liking my talk. Should I continue or yes? But you have to do something also. You have to learn some pranayama. If you are interested, If you are interested. It's a matter of practice, my dear. It is a science, and science is a matter of practice. Without doing, you have no science. The books doesn't produce electricity. The science books doesn't produce electricity, magnet or anything. Nothing. You have to have the magnet. You have to have the electricity. So all these things that I am talking to you is for your maybe understanding, for your understanding. But the reality is your practice. The more the time you give, the more the devoted you are, the more dedication you give in this and see it, and all the time. This has to be practiced all the time while you're moving, while you're in the plane or the bus, then nature. Involve everything with the divine. Just not the thing. You are eating something, not just the thing. If you just limit the thing, saying that this is a mango, this is an apple. No. Try to say that who might have made this apple? It's the divine. And that the divinity is there. So I take, and not I take. The divine within me is taking. Because if the divine would not be in me, I would not have the taste. I would be gone. I would be like a log who doesn't taste. So this is an art. You have to transform your mind. The gross mind, the mind which is all the time have a wrong perception about the world, taking everything separately, has to be diluted. So the form is apparent. When she was a child, she was different. Now she is different. The person who has seen her in the childhood will not be able to recognize her. So beyond this, behind this person, there is the existence of an eternity. There's an existence of consciousness which doesn't change. Because in the childhood, your happiness, and when you are here, the happiness is all the same. In the childhood, if you would be meditating, you would have the same happiness. Now you meditate, you have the same happiness. The sun, look at the sun and you have the happiness. And now you look at the sun, you have the happiness. So the consciousness doesn't change. This idea has to be cultivated. This is spirituality, this is yoga, this is the essential teaching of the Hindu religion that cover everything with God. Cover everything with God. And do not be greedy. If you are greedy, you can earn money, you can earn everything, no Lord, but don't be greedy. There is a difference between having and being greedy. Covetous, becoming covetous. You understand? Don't understand?
I don't understand the word.
What I said? Covetous means to covet, to be greedy, to hanker. Hanker, you know? Hankering. Oh, this is mine. Oh, I cannot give it up to anybody. This is hankering. Attachment. There is a story. There was a king, very famous king in India. His name is Janak. Janak was a wise person. Many wise people would come to talk with him because he is a man of wisdom, but he was a king, very good king, rich king. His kingdom was in Nepal. It was not Nepal at the time, it's called Janakpur, but now Janakpur is still there. You might go to in the part of Nepal. So the son of Vyasa, the writer of Mahabharata, who didn't marry, he was a monk, a sannyasi, young man. He came to meet King Janaka, to learn things from him. So one day, and this monk, this Shukdev, he had, his position was only two cloth, loincloth, two loincloth. One he used to take bath and got wet and dry, and other he used to wear, and he had no other things. He was a man of renunciation. So he was living there. One day he took bath in a river which is just before the palace of the king. Right before the palace of the king, a river flew, and he took bath there. Shukdev, the young man, the monk, he took bath there and put his loincloth on the tree, to be dried on the branches of the tree, and he was meditating under the tree. In the meantime, he heard some hubbub going on, some noise going on, and some air is becoming hot also. What is the matter? He looked, opening his eyes, he looked, and he saw that the palace of the king is on fire. Fire came out. So people were running around, So he suddenly got up and thought that, oh, my loincloth may be burnt, because the fire will come. He went to take the loincloth, And as he was taking the loincloth, he saw the king standing on the balcony. right before he was standing on the balcony. He has big mustache and beard, and the king and balcony, and he was smiling at him. And his smile he could understand very quickly because he was a very intelligent person. He understood. The smile gave him the message. What is the message? That you are meditating of God, and you are so much conscious about your loincloth, and my whole palace of gold is being burnt, and I am not worried. So this is the thing I told you. You can earn, you can be king, you can be emperor, you can have the richest man, but you should not be attached to it. A man with a little thing can be attached, bound. But a man with a vast thing cannot be attached. He forgets everything. He doesn't know how much jewels, how much diamonds is there in his palace, but he's lost in meditation. So that thing is important. That is important. So it is said, cover everything with God. Cover everything with God. Ishavasham idam sarvam. Whatever the smallest thing you see before your eyes, cover everything with God. And don't be greedy. That means don't be attached. Because if you are greedy and attached, you cannot cover everything with God. Don't be so, don't be like that. And then, teno taktena bhunjita, that way alone, you protect yourself. That is the way of protection. Because the moment you cover everything with God every day, you will find that the moment you do that, your heart becomes relaxed, free and joyous. Because God is joyous. You are come in touch with God. That is the way of protection from tension, from depression, from worries, from frustration. All sorts of narrow things, makes the mind, wavelength of the mind narrow. All things will go if you practice this. So that way. And working this way, with this principle, working, you wish to live 100 years. Kurvanevyo karmani jijibhishet shatanksham. With this principle, having this principle, covering everything with God, offering everything to God, and not being greedy, you work constantly, not groan on the bed and die, but working, want to live 100 years, and you will be living. Because you have no tension. Tensions deplete human being, tensions destroy energy, destroy everything, and people get tension within, it's like the insect that eat up the wooden house, so it goes on eating from within. So drive out all the tensions, make it all God, full of God, and God and tension cannot go together. Like darkness and light cannot go together. So this is Upanishad. This is Hindu religion, ancient Hindu religion. And I think in the course of time people have to come to this, whoever maybe, wherever the people, they have to, anyhow come to this God realization. God is not a matter of faith. God is not a matter of believing. God is a matter of realization. That is the difference,
What is God actually?
What is God? G-O-D. Generator, operator and destroyer. G for generator, O for operator, and D for destroyer. The one who generates the universe, generates life, and who maintains life, and who transforms the life and melts it into himself. Like a doll of salt, goes to the ocean to measure it, how deep it is, and goes in and doesn't come back. Like a river flows into the ocean, doesn't come back. So you go into him, the God, generator, operator, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwar.
G-O-D, huh?
G-O-D.
Operator and
Destroyer.
It's like Brahma, Vishnu and Maheshwar.
Maheshwar, that's all.
Mm-hmm. I was like, we here in the Eastern world, or also in the Western world, we regard God as a beautiful figure of a man or a woman, or
No. The God has figure and God has no figure. God has structure. Yes. So if you would not have a structure, I would not be talking to you. If you would not have structures, would I talk to you? I would not talk to you. So as you have a physical structure, you have that is called crude body, and you have a subtle body, that is your mind, that is your feeling and mind, your vital energy. And you have a causal body, that is your consciousness. These three bodies you have. You have a crude body, and then you have a subtle body that thinks, that understands, that works within you, And then the conscious body, consciousness. The consciousness is there in you. And when you suspend your mind through yoga and meditation, you become aware of your conscious body. So these three bodies you have, exactly God has the same thing. Whatever He has, you are a reflection of that. You are a seed of that. A seed is the reflection of the tree. So you are a seed. So as you have a body, and without body you cannot work, you cannot move, you cannot talk. So He is creating this universe. He is all these things. It is His body. Whole universe is His body. You are a part of it. And there is a cosmic mind. As you have individual mind, unit mind, He has the cosmic mind. And difference between your mind and His mind is that you cannot create anything original. You only mix up by your mind. Chemical compound and physical mixture. But He can create rudimental things from His mind. He imagines and things are produced. And then as you have a soul, He has the soul. He has the soul, universal soul. That is why you have a soul. He hears, that is why you hear. He sees, that is why you see. He smells, that is why you smell. People think that He is dead. People think that He is inert. He has no sense. He is present every moment with you. Before you, behind you, right, left, up, down, within you, outside you. That's why you feel everything within you. If you think of Switzerland now, where is the Switzerland? In you. Maybe a part of Switzerland in him, a part of in her, part of her. If you take photograph of yours, when you think of Switzerland, it will not be the same photograph. You will be thinking of a home and children and so how the mind goes every place, how the mind creates everything, because it is within consciousness, and consciousness encompassing everything. So that is God. When you forget your individual body and stop thinking individual thoughts, all thoughts are connected with the ego, all thoughts are connected with the ego. When you stop that, then the cosmic comes. Automatically it will come. Like if you are to cover the sun, if you cover the sun, can you cover the sun? Can you cover the world? Can you? You can, by this. With 4 fingers. Remove the finger, the universe before you. And with the fingers, the whole is gone. Nothing is there.
Very simple.
Very simple. One little curtain you remove and the light comes in. You don't have to invite. You don't have to bring a crane or a bulldozer to bring the light in. Remove your ego by right analysis, by discrimination, that it is a passing thing, it's constantly thinking, it is not reality. The reality is the divine. So think of the reality, unreality will go. There is darkness in a house for 20 years. If you come in and light a torch, the darkness will not go by 20 years. It will instantly go. The accumulation of wood for 20 years, but if you light fire, it will not take 20 years to be burned. So accumulated darkness, the moment the light comes within you, all gone, vanished. You are one with the divine. It is natural. People think, oh, it was meant for Christ, or it was meant for Buddha, it was meant for this, that. It's wrong. If it is meant for only for Christ or only for Buddha, they will be talking about it to the people. They would say, oh, Buddha would say, oh, I am the only person that can know the Nirvana, and other people are all nonsense. No. He went from door to door, went from place to place, people to people, to say, brother, this life that you are leading is incomplete, is not right, is not joyous, is miserable. The more older you will be, the miseries will increase. Unless you have this wisdom, knowledge, come on. Read the right way of life, speak the right thing, do right thing. All that he has said, 8. Right goal, right perception, right thinking. Do it, practice it. It will give you deliverance. You cannot go on doing rampant all your life and drinking and making and joy and merriment. This merriment is stupidity. A bird thinks that nobody is there in the world who can fly like this, but one shot and one wing is gone, then he's fallen. So one has to be careful about life. Every moment is precious. Every moment is the moment of cultivation. You cultivate this knowledge. Think of God and practice yoga. Hatha yoga is there, Raja yoga is there, Karma yoga is there, Bhakti yoga is there. Hindu sages, they have left no stone unturned. They have left no stone unturned. They have worked all day and night to discover the science, the ways that will deliver people from suffering. So they have given Hatha yoga for making the body fit, your nerve system fit and your gland system fit. And they have given Karma yoga, that if you are so much interested in karma, go on working all the time, but be not attached to it and work with concentration. Work and give up. You don't believe in God, don't believe, but work and don't be attached to karma, because karma is not, the result is not yours. And karma is not yours, because some other has given you power and the karma belongs to him and the result is also belonging to him. So don't take pride. And if you believe in God, offer the karma to God. Say, the God, you have given me power, so I am doing it. Otherwise I would not be able to do. So karma yoga, jnana yoga, as we are doing now, interaction of the right thing. We are not talking of politics of Switzerland. Are we? Two people came walking from Switzerland to find out a yogi, and they found me first. A couple came from Switzerland walking all through Greece to Pakistan for 2 years, and they came here in the Himalayas to find a yogi, and the first day they met a person, Peter. He brought them to me. They lived with me. They lived with me many days. So we are not talking of politics, we are not talking of anything, we are talking of the ways and means for deliverance, for making human life fruitful. So this is Jnana Yoga. Or if you study, talk, discuss. Study, practice and discuss. Not just study will make you proud, ego. Oh, I have read all this. No. Study 40%, study 30%, practice 40%, and 30% talk, discuss. Study 30%, practice 40%. You were a pastor, isn't it? So study.
He remembers.
I told you very strongly, and I said that. So anyhow, so study 40% and study 30%. Whatever you study 30%, and those should be useful, and then that can be practiced. 40%, and 30% you
talk,
discuss, not just talk, discuss. So this discussion will make your knowledge more stable, more steady. Deepen it, deepen it. So this is the way. Milk the cow, bring the milk, heat it up, make it curd, and then churn it. Then only butter will come. Otherwise just milk and you cannot have butter. You don't see even the butter what is. So the butter is in you have to churn it. So every day give time. Pray. Prayer is also good. But only prayer will not do. You have to go deep into that. But prayer, because prayer is good. I believe prayer is good, effective. If your mind and body and life and your conduct is tuned, your conduct is different, and you are praying every day is like a machine, like a parrot, like a tape recorder, chanting God's name but not knowing God. It's like a parrot. Ram, 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 and doesn't know what is Ram. Understand my point? Your one prayer will do, but with that prayer, you have to have a life. You have to have God life. Then the prayer will be. Mantra also the same thing. Valmiki, he was Ratnakar, a robber. He chanted Ram, but he could not utter Ram. Then his guru said him that you chant Mara. Mara means dead. Go on chanting Mara. And he Mara. He became one of the greatest poet in the world, Valmiki, writer of Ramayana. and so compassionate that a bird was killed and he wrote a big epic. The pain of the female bird, the screaming of the female bird when the male is killed by a hunter. He became so compassionate that he wrote a full epic, which is tragedy. It ends in tragedy. And there are many people who Rama, 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 and counting money. I have so much of money to take from him. Oh, Ram, 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 Ram. I have to take. What is this, Ram, Ram? So, in everything, life is important. The land must be tilled and clean from stones and everything and manured, and then you put the seed and it will boom. So you have to be pure. You have to be selfless. You have to have non-attachment to the world. And you must be kind. You must be generous. You must be helping to people. And all these virtues, when you have developed human virtues, then only you will be able to receive divine virtues of contemplation, of meditation, of having the perception of the divine, the infinite perception. And then the realization will come to you. It's not so easy. It's not so easy, but there's no way. It's not so easy. To those who are prepared, for them it is easy, not difficult. But those who are involved, like knotted thread, for them it is very hard. So, it's not easy, but then again you cannot say, oh, it is not easy, so give up, forget it. Eat, drink and be merry. No. You will degrade. You will degrade. Animals don't degrade. Animals come step by step up. But human beings degrade because animals have no discrimination. They have no realization. They are instinctive. They are conducted by nature like a small baby in the mother's lap. Does not know what is right, what is wrong and nothing. But you have the discrimination. You have given right. You have given authority to enjoy the world, to enjoy intellectuality, enjoy all the best things of the world, art, literature, poetry, music, and contemplation, divine, realization, enlightenment. So if you have not used your capacities in proper way, the nature will say, oh, you are not worthy, go back again, eat and drink. Enjoy sex for 20 days and eat for 20 days. Go on eating. So this is yoga and has to be practiced every day. And anywhere you find a guru or anything, you learn and practice. And chant mantra, Om. Always chant Om. Om is the essence of all sound in the world. All sound. Every sound starts with awe. If there is no awe, no sound. Mo. Creation, maintenance, destroyer. The God's the best name. There are millions of names in the God. There is millions of names of God. But Om is pure because it doesn't use palate, it doesn't use anything, teeth, nothing. Om. Even the man who has no tongue, he can sound Om. So Om, when you say Om, Om, and try to think that this Om, the consciousness of the divine, is existing everywhere in the universe. Within the mind, outside mind, within the soul, everywhere he is there. Bhu Vashva. And go on chanting Om, Om, Om. Sit upright and go on chanting Om and breathe. Breathe in, out for some time, hold it for some time, and then chant Om. And sit upright, don't move. Don't move. If it is paining, remain. When your concentration is good, no pain will be there. It is because no concentration of the body, mind is with the body and pain. But when the mind is above the body, then pain, uneasiness, nothing will be there. All vanished.